Hello children. Today let us learn about quadrilaterals. What is a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a geometric shape. We see so many quadrilaterals around us. A quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure. We can also say that a quadrilateral is a polygon of four sides. We see so many quadrilaterals around us. Any shape which has four sides is a quadrilateral. For example, your book, your mobile phone, your computer monitor, bread are all quadrilaterals. Now, what are the parts of a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral has four sides, four angles, and four vertices. So, a quadrilateral, as you can see in the figure, a quadrilateral has four sides, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the four sides which a quadrilateral is made of. Next, a quadrilateral also has four angles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Four angles. Also, a quadrilateral has four vertices. Vertices 1, 2, 3, and 4. Four vertices. Also, a quadrilateral has two diagonals. What is a diagonal? A diagonal is a line segment connecting the two vertices of a polygon. So a quadrilateral also has two diagonals. Let us see in detail the different parts of a quadrilateral. Right. So opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So children, we have seen that a quadrilateral has four sides. Now out of the four sides that a quadrilateral has, the two sides which do not intersect each other are known as opposite sides. For example, in the quadrilateral that you are seeing, the quadrilateral ABCD, side AB and side DC, which are in pink, do not intersect each other, and so they are opposite to each other. Similarly, the side AD and the side BC, which are in green, which also do not intersect, are opposite to each other. So we can say AB is opposite to DC and AD is opposite to BC. So a quadrilateral has two pairs of opposite sides. Next, adjacent sides of a quadrilateral. What do you mean by adjacent? Adjacent means something which is next to you. Adjacent houses we have, adjacent seats we have. Same way, a quadrilateral's sides which are next to each other can be called as adjacent sides. For example, see this quadrilateral ABCD. In this quadrilateral ABCD, the side AB and the side BC have one point B in common. So these two sides AB and BC are adjacent to each other. Similarly, in the next quadrilateral, if you see AD and DC, AD and DC have a point D in common. So AD and DC are adjacent to each other. Similarly, in the next quadrilateral, AD and BC are adjacent. In the same way, BC and CD are also adjacent. So in any quadrilateral, there are four pairs of adjacent sides. Opposite angles of a quadrilateral. So how many angles a quadrilateral has? A quadrilateral has four angles. Out of the four angles of a quadrilateral, the two angles which do not have a common arm are called opposite angles. Take for example this quadrilateral ABCD. If you see, angle A and angle D are called opposite angles. Same way angle B and angle C are called opposite angles. So a quadrilateral has two pairs of opposite angles. Adjacent angles of a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has four pairs of adjacent angles. The adjacent angles in the first quadrilateral that you are seeing are angle A and angle B. If you see angle A and angle A is actually angle DAB. Angle B is actually angle ABC. So if you see angle DAB and angle ABC have side AB in common. So angle A and angle B, which are next to each other and also have one side in common, are called adjacent angles. Similarly, in the second figure, if you see angle B and angle C are adjacent angles. In the third figure, angle A and angle D are adjacent. In the fourth figure, angle D and angle C are adjacent. So a quadrilateral has four pairs of adjacent angles. Diagonals. A quadrilateral also has diagonals. What is a diagonal? A diagonal is a line segment which connects the two opposite vertices of a polygon. So if we see A and D are the two vertices which are connected by line segment AD. B and C are two opposite vertices which are connected by the line segment BC. So AD and BC are the two diagonals of quadrilateral ABCD. Let us see what are the different types of quadrilateral that we know. There are 6 different types of quadrilaterals. They are trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square, and kite. This is the family of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, and square. So, let us see the properties of each of these following quadrilaterals one by one. Quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles. Also, the sum of all the 4 angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. These are the only properties that we know about quadrilateral. That a quadrilateral has 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices. And we said the sum of the 4 angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Right. Now, in this quadrilateral, if one pair of opposite sides, we said a quadrilateral has 2 pairs of opposite sides. Now, out of the 2 pairs of opposite sides, if one pair of the opposite sides becomes parallel to each other, then what happens? If in a quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other, then it becomes a trapezium. Like here. One pair of opposite sides, you can see, are parallel. So if you have one pair of opposite sides parallel, a quadrilateral becomes a trapezium. And what are the properties of the trapezium? The properties of the trapezium, first thing we have seen is that the one pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other. Now, because the one pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other, we get a second property like If you add the two angles here, their sum is 180.